and welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about the books I read in December. So in December I finished 7 books, but I didn't start them all in December. So let's just go through the first one I finished to the last one. The first book I finished was The Gilded Ones by Namina Fornet. This one I think I started back in October. This was a buddy read with Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe. And this one is about Decca. And in the world she lives in, I think it's like 16th, not birthday, but year or something like that. The girls are bled to figure out if they are pure or not. And if you are pure, your blood runs red, and if not, then of course it's not red. And our main character, Decca, on that day her blood runs gold. That means she's a demon. And there are bad things happening to her at the beginning, but then she is kind of rescued by this woman and taken to... She's kind of given option to choose to die or to join the Emperor's army. So of course she decides to join that army and goes on to this training. And she finds out things about herself on the journey. What I liked the most about this book are the friendships she makes with other girls like her, who joins that army. Those were so good and so nice to read about. The romance felt a bit rushed and unnecessary in this one, but I guess it's just the YA fantasy and romance are kinda like expected. But yeah, for me, we could live without it. But yeah, but the friendships between the girls were great. I really enjoyed this one, and I think I'm gonna read the sequel, but I probably will have to wait way too long and I will forget about it or what the book is about. That always happened. Then the next book I read was for Polarathon Weekend Retreat, and that was All the Wandering Light. I didn't finish it for the readathon, in the readathon, but this is the second book in the duology, Even the Darkest Stars by Heather Fawcett. And this one, the kind of journey continues. In the first one, they go on this expedition to find ancient treasure, and at the end some things happen, and this kind of starts right where the first book ends, and they go on a different adventure. Like this cast, the people are a bit different. What I like about these, I really liked those little dragons. They kind of use them as lanterns for light, but they seem so cute. And there are witches in this one. I enjoyed this one. I don't really remember a lot. So yeah, I enjoyed it. It was okay. I'm glad I finished it. The next book I finished was A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the second book in a Curse Breaker series. The first one was A Curse So Dark and Lonely. This one was a buddy read with Hilary from Melted Books. We buddy read the first one too. So the first one is Beauty and the Beast retelling. And that one followed Ren and Harper. But this one, the main character is Grey, the bodyguard kind of thing from the first one, my favorite character from the first one, and he still is my favorite character. I really, really, really like Grey. I really felt for him. Some of his decisions in this book are questionable, but I kind of understand the reasoning behind them. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward for the third book that's coming out in January. And yeah, I hope I'm gonna get it quite soon and read it soon too. The next I read A Christmas Wedding by Paige Toon. That was a novella, Christmassy novella, about this photographer. She used to be a wedding photographer, but some things happened. She kind of quit the job and moved back to Australia from London. It was okay, it was quick read, and I wanted some Christmassy novel. It wasn't really, there were like 2 scenes, Christmassy scenes in this one, but it was okay. It was a nice romance. The next book I finished was The Great Gatsby by Francis Scott Fitzgerald. This classic, kind of modern classic, was on my TBR in 2019 and I didn't read it, so I finally read it in 2020. But when I was reading, I tried to remember the movie, this one with Leonardo DiCaprio. I've seen it and I kind of feel like the most prominent difference was the ending. That's what I feel like, so I want to rewatch the movie so I can be sure. But it's set in 1920s New York, or at least somewhere near New York. And the characters in this one are so twisted. They are not good. They're just terrible human beings. The decisions they make, they're so selfish and bad. That's all. I feel like that's all I can say. But I enjoyed the book, despite how the characters were. So yeah. Then in December I finally finished the book I started back in August, I think, and that was Les Mis by Victor Hugo. And in past few months I think I've talked a lot about this one, especially in my vlogs. Mainly in my vlogs, I think. I'm glad I finished it. I can't say that I liked it. It was okay. It had a lot of like unnecessary information, when even the author says that this has nothing to do with the story and doesn't affect it, and then goes on for 50 pages describing something. So yeah, wasn't my favorite. I was surprised by some things that happened at the end. So yeah, that kind of ruined even more. I didn't like any of the characters. They were all... It's not like it's bad that they are flawed, but I feel like they were just... I don't know what were they thinking. But yeah, I'm happy I finished it. It was a big book in 2 parts, but yeah. And the last book I finished was Vieta Statsi by Anna Katra. This one is a contemporary novel by Latvian author. In this one, the main character, she kind of goes on like a blind date, but she takes a train to completely unknown town, and she's kind of stood up and things escalate from there. The beginning was really kind of promising, but it's set on one day. It's just one day, and there so many things happen. Okay, basically almost 2 days, but one weekend, let's say. Most of it happened in one day, but it's such a mess. So many things happened and it was too much, and I just didn't like it by the end. I was like hoping it's gonna end soon and didn't really care how things end for the main character. My favorite thing was there was this dog, and in Latvian his name is Šņabītis, and that's like vodka, a word. So he was fun. He was really funny little dog. But all the other characters, kinda the owner of that little dog was okay too, but the main character and other characters in this one was like, no. I just didn't enjoy it. So that's it. That's the books I read in December. These ones. I had the okay experience. I'm proud of myself that I finally finished Liss. I enjoyed some books more than others, but that's, I think, always the case. You don't enjoy all you read. At least I don't, but that's okay. So yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I see you in the next one. Bye!